Welcome to Behind the Brief with Brigid, and I'm delighted today to welcome Mariana Marcano with us today, and we're going to learn more about you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's have a
do it.
chat. So how would you describe what you do and why you do it?
Well, I think the best ways to describe what I do is through my purpose, understanding why am I here in this beautiful world. And I think it's after a lot of work through different methodologies, the Ikigai. So I went to the Japanese
yes, absolutely.
methodology, and I did the Western with Simon Sinek, not with him, but his methodology of finding your why.
Yes.
Super powerful. So the way I describe myself is someone that is passionate about inspiring, empowering, and guiding people so they can live a fulfilled life. So that applies to my personal life and my professional life, and all of the different things that I do is pretty much to fulfill my purpose.
Yeah, fantastic. So, work it out. What is your purpose? What is your why? Lots of methods and tools out there in order to do it, and then get out there and live it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. I find that I do through a lot of my work on purpose and values. And it's quite confronting for many people because not all of us have stopped to think, why am I here? What is it that I want to do? Right? How do I want to live? And but it's really, really beautiful to see transformation when we actually take the time intentionally and with consistency to say, what is it? It's not it never comes perfect, and we don't want perfection. We just want you questioning and reflecting,
and it can always be refined.
Always. Always.
Yeah. Certainly, it's a tool I use in my coaching a lot as well, too, where there's a lot of conflict or confusion, to strip it back to that sense of, well, what are your values, and are you living in alignment with them, and therefore, what's your purpose in alignment with that? So fantastic. And so, what's your? Do you like music, Mariana?
I like music.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. What's your theme song? If you picture yourself out there doing this great work.
Lately, I think it changes, to be honest.
Okay.
So lately, I'm in this Unwritten by Natasha, and I don't remember the last name, but Unwritten is a newish song, and it pretty much says that we are unwritten. Every day we have the opportunity to see a blank
that's beautiful
page in our lives.
Yeah.
And it's your job to write your story.
Your story, yeah.
So
and not get stuck in the previous chapters.
And not let anyone to speak on your behalf. You have the power. And it's something that I find myself playing every time I have to, I facilitate or keynotes or things like that. It gives me this empowerment of like, I have the opportunity now to write a page of my book this day, today. So,
and what empowers you?
What empowers me to living my purpose?
Living your purpose.
Yes. So every time I coach or give a keynote or organize an event that serves a purpose, because I do a lot of volunteer work, at the end of the day is, did I fulfill my purpose? Did I serve the other? Right. And I think serving others is what makes me feel empowered to keep doing it. I think there's the fuel. Because as you know, when you have your business, your own business, it's a roller coaster.
Absolutely.
So it's always coming back to purpose and coming back to the fuel. When I see transformation in people, when I see people just wanting to do that 1%, just questioning, it's for me like, wow, it's happening.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that takes reflection as well too. So the discipline of reflection there as well too.
Yeah, taking really the time. I always emphasize it's not I don't have time or having time for it. No, it's just intentionally making time to reflect.
That's wonderful. So I think I heard in there one of your values, I'm taking a guess, being around being of service. Is that one of your values? Yeah. Okay. And what are some of your other values that
community
guide you?
It's that one. Integrity. It's another one. Perseverance and tenacity. Yes. I am double source this, because sometimes I do persevere a lot, and that's the other side of the coin. But yes, a lot of perseverance and tenacity and fun. You
Yes, yeah, we were
know,
talking about that earlier. Yeah, fun in
I
facilitation as well.
fun in,
Yeah,
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 in
yeah, yeah.
facilitation, in keynotes, in events. I did an exercise a while ago. I asked, but for me, perception is reality.
Mm-hmm.
So there are certain things that I know, but I wanted to see how people were perceiving me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked roughly 15 people, what
Mm-hmm.
are my values?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that they see. So I asked people from, I don't know, 20 years ago, friends from 20 years ago. I asked my mom, new friends, colleagues, everyone, like a good variety. And I compared what I thought were my top 5
Yeah.
values and then with the data.
Okay. What an interesting exercise.
Yes, so fun came all the way, but it wasn't
Ah.
one that I listed just
Yeah.
because I was thinking, fun?
Mm.
How is that a value? I don't want to have fun. I mean, I
And
don't
I
want to
want to
have
be
fun.
taken seriously.
I
Can I
want to
have
be
both?
accountable. I
Mm.
want to be courageous. I want
Mm.
to. So, but life showed me that having fun is actually a great value,
Mm.
and helping people to have fun
Mm.
in any setting, in whatever you do. I think we all have to have fun. So
Absolutely.
now I am proud of my value.
I love that. And I'm sure there must be some courage in there too.
Absolutely. Yes.
Going
It came, it wasn't top 5, but it was probably 7th
uh,
or
uh,
6th. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So when you reflect back on your career to date, what are some of your most memorable times as a coach or a facilitator?
I think after the sessions, so I have two really recent memories. So one, I was facilitating something around influence and negotiation
Mm-hmm.
and persuasion, and it was at the end of the session. What you normally will expect is people coming to ask you questions around that. So in one
Yes.
session with it was defense, this EL2 came and told me, "Thank you for everything you have shared today. I am taking a couple of tools to help my sister navigate difficult times and
Ah,
difficult times for our
wow.
family."
Wow.
So it's like,
Mm.
wow. So
Mm.
I guess I ratified
Mm-hmm.
that everything I
Yeah.
do and everything we do not only impacts your professional life, in fact, it impacts lots of your personal
Mm.
life
Yeah.
and you as an authentic person and leader. So that, I stayed with that for a long time till this day because
Mm.
I'm glad that
Mm.
somehow I helped him
Mm.
navigate that difficult situation with family.
Oh, it's worth getting out of bed for, isn't it? Absolutely.
And then the second one, it was with the graduates, and the session finished. And at the beginning of the session, sometimes I share where am I from and how I
Mm-hmm.
came to Australia. So I decided for some reason to share. I came to Australia 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I did. I lived in different cities, different countries. So the end of the session, she came, and I thought she will ask something about the
Yeah.
workshop. And she asked me, "How do you find the courage
Mm.
to move and live
Mm.
out of your comfort zone? Different culture, different language, different everything." And I was like, out of my, I wasn't expecting
Wow.
that.
Yeah, no,
But you
no.
realize, so when she's asking that, it's because she wants
Mm.
to do that. So I
Yeah.
ask, what is it? Where is that question coming from?
Mm.
And she said, I really want to live.
Mm.
I want to leave the world and travel around and see what's out there. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared. Which, fair enough.
Understandably.
Yeah.
So you living your authentic purpose and your values is inspiring to others as well. There's
That's what it
great
is.
examples
Yep.
there. Being open, if you could choose any client, particular organization, company, person that you would love to work with that would really inspire you, who would you choose, Mariana?
I I will work with Special Olympics. I'm not sure you're familiar with the
Oh,
Special
yes,
Olympics.
yes, of course.
Yes, it's a worldwide
Mm-hmm.
non-for-profit organization that supports athletes with disability.
Mm-hmm.
I have been supporting them for potentially 8 years already. The chapter from home,
Mm-hmm.
Venezuela, because my sister is Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
So there is obviously background there,
Connection there, yeah.
and it is in my bucket list to have my own foundation to support people with Down syndrome, but I'm not there yet. So if I have the
Yet.
opportunity, I will work with them. I think it's a beautiful mission. It's a
Absolutely.
beautiful. It takes. I mean, every time I see at least the chapter that I'm involved with, wow, that's a lot of work.
And is that around empowerment of people in living in that world,
I think
or?
it's raising awareness,
Okay, right.
raising awareness
Yep.
of the potential they have, educating the society. I think that comes obviously from my own experience. Many people, when I was growing up, I think it's better now. We look at my sister and see like this is not. There's no potential for this person to be in the society, right? So it's actually a burden for the society.
Wow.
So I think they have a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Not only some Down syndrome. Special Olympics, they get everything.
Of course, yeah.
But when you see them competing, when you see them fighting, that is a proof of resilience and clear passion.
Absolutely.
So I want, if I have the opportunity to work with them, I want to support their mission in creating awareness, raising awareness around this, and supporting the athletes.
Well, Mariana, I have no doubt you will. Absolutely. So coming back here to 2025, it's May already. What are you excited about for 2025, and let's say even a little bit beyond the next 12 months? What's exciting for you?
I'm excited about me growing up and with my business, growing in the sense of the uncertainty, how to manage that uncertainty. I think that's one of the biggest challenges when you are faced with the unknown. Like in my professional, in my corporate world, it was really easy for me to control and this financial stability or what's going to happen tomorrow. With the business is completely different. So what I'm expecting or what I'm hoping is that I keep working in my faith, and that everything is going to be fine. As long as I do the work, as long as I show up, and with that, things will come.
And keep connected to the purpose.
Exactly, always coming back to the purpose. And yeah, I think that's the baseline, because if that works, work will come, new ideas will come.
Absolutely, opportunity about being a yes, isn't it? The fact that you're sitting on this couch and that you're sharing. And,
absolutely,
that's
it creates this dynamic of abundance. I was really in this scarcity mindset when I decided, and I guess it's not when I decided. I guess it's been there for a long time. When you go back in time, you think about, wow, how I grew up, and not blaming anything. It's simply understanding. How can I reframe that mindset? Because the scarcity mindset works pretty well for my planning and my structure and my tenacity. But then when things don't work as I expected or the way I wanted to control them, that's when it comes really like complicated and dangerous for your mental health and the business and people. So it is the word of this year in my vision board is abundance in every aspect.
That's fantastic.
People, the ideas, well, financial, I guess, is also part of that.
Absolutely. But I think abundance, that mindset, or that being open to that mindset, also opens you up to partnerships and working with other people, whereas a scarcity mindset to me is often a bit more of a lonely place to be.
Yeah. But I didn't know until you actually faced
absolutely
reality.
That's right. Share an object with us, something that's special to you. Would you like to share that with us?
This is very interesting. Yesterday I was workshopping this with my husband, right? So I was just like, tell me an object, maybe my coffee cup, because I love coffee. And he's like, without hesitation, he said, I think it's your baptism medallion.
Oh, lovely.
So
that's
there's my virgin. So I'm Catholic, so I believe in this particular virgin, and I believe in God, right? So I was like, oh, okay. So
interesting again how others perceive us. Isn't that fantastic?
And then like, oh, I think it is that because it shows what matters to me, which is the faith, and something that I've been working same alongside this work around abundance is like how you're really faithful that everything is going to be fine as long as you keep serving, as long as you keep doing what's the best for the other, as long as you keep loving the other. And it's like, wow, very eye-opening for me this year. And yeah, I think this reflects the faith. It
Yeah,
reflects the integrity. It reflects the keep doing, keep working, because hard working is great, but you have are you doing it for the sake of your ego, or are you doing it for the sake of serving others?
Absolutely,
So
that's beautiful. So you have shared some, I guess, some principles, concepts that shape you, that drive you. But is there a particular mantra or piece of advice that you'd like to share with your younger self?
I guess it will be around be at peace. And when I think about myself younger, and when I came to Australia the first time, I was just hustling,
Yeah.
and just with, I need to get the money, I need to get this, I
Yeah.
need to get, and everything is going to be fine. Everything
Yeah.
is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Just trust, because if you're doing the work and you're showing up, everything is going to be fine.
Yeah.
So I like this phrase, like, close your eyes and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
So it's about the balance between hard work. So because hard work's
yep.
still important.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Confusing perfection with perfectionism with excellence. We don't want to be perfect, we want to be excellent. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I will say that to a younger Mariana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strive for excellence, never perfection, because perfection doesn't exist, and you're going to suffer a lot
Yeah.
if you strive for
And
perfection.
what's a recent example of excellence for you?
Well, so yesterday I had a session, and I intentionally set the goal of, like, let's strive here for excellence. Because another thing he shared that was pretty powerful is, when you strive for excellence, there's room for improvise
Yes.
and serve your cohort, let's say, with more intention. So if something happens in the session, you have the room and the flexibility. If you're striving for perfection, there's no room for anything, because in your head and in your vision, it has to be perfect.
Absolutely.
In your own way, not what the client wants. So yesterday was perfect. I'm just gonna let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as long as they're happy, as long as they're learning, as long as they're having fun, happy days. So.
And again, it's that concept of getting yourself out of the way. And what does a facilitator really need to do? And that is get themselves out of the way and really see who's in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way of seeing it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the side. Yeah.
And how do you measure success with your clients?
I think it's, I mean, I guess the cliche answer will be like when they're satisfied. Right? But I think more than that is to see the transition, see that reflection happening. I launched my online leadership training, and I have my first cohort.
Very exciting.
It's very exciting. It's very scary too, hey?
Sure,
because they are confronted. That confronts me too, right? And when I want perfection, is that they do the exercises, they come back with answers and
compliance.
Or everything is perfect, I'm a better leader. But I think the success for me is, and I'm going to share what someone shared yesterday. We have a live session just for them to talk and for me to create community. And she said, I don't have the answer yet. I don't know, but I'm questioning myself a lot. And that is success for me.
Yeah. And then to extend that to being able, the privilege to provide a safe environment in which people can do that.
Yes.
And grow and become even more empowered, which loops us around to where we started.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that's success.
Yeah.
To see the transformation when little, that is not little.
Yeah, no.
But then one step they're taking just to question themselves. Happy days.
Absolutely. And what appears little for one client may be huge for another.
Exactly.
So so no judgment.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been such a wonderful opportunity to get to know you at a deeper level, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy that. And I certainly have.
Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you, everyone. It has been great.
Yeah. See you next time.